Hey guys, how's it going, companion? Have you ever thought that maybe opening your packs and getting legendaries is rigged? Well, today we learned that you're actually correct, but maybe it's a little bit different than you might expect. There were some recent findings from review of previous data, and the person who introduced to this idea on Reddit was Breel HS, and I've included his initial post and a follow-up one from a different user that really go over this. And I'm not really going to talk about any new information here. I just want to show you guys in my own words so you guys can fully understand and fully take advantage of these cool new mechanics that we now know exist. So what am I talking about? Well, in TGT, a website called Hearthstone received logs of 15,000 packs being opened from different users, and people just reviewed the stats, and there were some pretty interesting findings. They posted a chart that shows what you would expect, because generally we think, as the Hearthstone community, that there is a certain percentage chance to get a legendary, and each time you open a pack, that chance is just the same. So maybe I don't know what it is exactly, but it's probably 2-3% for every pack. So maybe you have that chance to get a legendary in every pack, but maybe it's not quite like that. The simulation data is shown in this graph and shows, based on what we had thought originally, that there's a certain static percentage chance for each pack to have a legendary in it. This is what you would expect. And this chart shows, how many packs until you get a legendary, and how many times that has occurred in their simulation sample. So when you see the bar being really high, that's happened a lot, and when you don't see a bar, that's never happened. So you can see, from the extreme that, some people take quite a few packs until they get a legendary, but obviously more people get it sooner rather than later. But there are, it's kind of the full spectrum in the simulation. But when they took a look at the actual results of 15,000 packs being opened by different users, that didn't exactly show very well. It seemed that the 40th pack and afterwards, the bars didn't exist, which means that within a 40-pack sample, everyone, based on results, got at least one legendary. And basically from this information and a few other sources that you guys can check out in the post, people have come to the conclusion that there is a pity timer. And this has existed in other Blizzard games. It exists in Diablo 3. If you play and kill a bunch of stuff, your chance to get a legendary drop in that game increases. It never increases to 100%, I don't believe, but it does increase over time if you don't get one, and is reset when you do get one. Well, similar mechanics in other games like World of Warcraft, I heard, and apparently it exists in Hearthstone as well, but it is actually 100%. It seems that if you buy 40 packs, you will get a legendary. And with this information, there's certain other parameters and certain ways that you could take advantage of it. So the other parameters are that it seems to be within a specific set. So if you've opened 39 packs of Classic in a row and haven't gotten a legendary, if you get a GVG pack, that doesn't necessarily have a legendary in it. So if you want to guarantee the legendary, you should get the classic pack. So it is based on each pack, but from the data, it is not based on a session. So you can get 20 classic packs today, and if you don't get a legendary, well, tomorrow you can buy another 20 classic packs, and you will definitely, absolutely get at least one legendary in those. A few other parameters at work. It seems like it doesn't transfer over to different regions. So if you're playing on the America side of your account, you bought 20 packs there, you didn't get a legendary. You go to the European side, you get 20 packs there, you're not guaranteed a legendary because the accounts are separate, and this pity time, this pity effect, shows no mercy on those who play multiple regions, at least not in that way. But the way that you can manipulate this is you can kind of keep at least vague track. I don't think you should be too deliberate when it comes to this, but if you're kind of getting the feeling you're trying to get a specific legendary, so you're getting a bunch of classic packs and you haven't seen a legendary in a really long time, maybe you think it's maybe been 20 or 30 packs. Usually when people try something and they don't see results, they'll try something else. But this pity timer makes it so you shouldn't do that. You should basically become insane and continue doing something that doesn't work, because eventually it seems like the system will be forced to work. The getting legendaries out of packs is in fact rigged, but it is rigged in our favor. It is a good thing. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you really want like a specific legendary, or if you really want legendaries part of a specific set, you just keep going. You don't give up. And if you're in that situation where, you've opened like 30 classic packs, you're like, I'm not getting too many legendaries, maybe I'll try a GVG pack. Well, your chances to get a legendary from the GVG pack are actually, in some cases, considerably lower than if you just kept going with the classic packs. So if you do want to like maybe make a switch in the packs that you purchase, you should probably make that switch immediately after you get a legendary, because the next pack will have like the lowest chance to actually give you another one. And, there is another aspect to this that's kind of interesting. A lot of people like to post, like to gloat about how awesome of a pack they got. And it seems that packs are actually a little bit more awesome than we had anticipated, because the static value that people had used, I don't know what it is, but let's say 3% chance to get a legendary in a pack. The chance to get 3% in your pack right now and in the next pack, it's going to vary. And because it's basically 100% on your 39th pack without a legendary, or 40th pack without a legendary to get one, that means that it's skewed a lot. So, when it comes to showing off how good your double legendary pack is, I'm basically saying that it's more of a show off. And, with that note, I thought I'd find and show you guys my luckiest pack ever. This is, I think, an early 2013 Golden Legendary, regular Legendary, and an Epic. Pretty good stuff. And it seems like this is rarer than we had anticipated. And that's kind of fun. Kind of like a fun thing, because it already was like almost impossible to actually get multiple legendaries in the same pack. So now we know it's even worse than that, and some people are still getting it. So that aspect is pretty awesome to realize. And based on a timeline, maybe once upon a time, maybe back then, it was actually a little bit easier to get multiple legendaries in packs, because there is no data from that time. The first point of a lot of data that actually proves that the PD timer exists comes from this the Grand Tournament 15K pack opening session. So before that, we don't know. The pity timer may not have existed back then, so you might be sitting there watching the videos like, Crip is totally lying to me, because I remember in Classic I opened like 50 packs and got 0 legendaries. That might actually be the case. We don't know for sure, but it seems like this system is in place now, so now that you know, you might as well take advantage of it. And, talk a little bit about collection management, that kind of stuff. I thought I would use this chance to update you guys on my own collection management. As probably a lot of you guys know by now, my goal in Hearthstone for probably the longest time at least, has been to try to get every single card in every single set golden and of all copies. And I've had a spreadsheet in the past that monitored my progress, and I've recently updated it, so now we can see there. I've categorized it a little bit better so you guys can see, and maybe I can see as well, what kind of pack I should be getting. So obviously I should be getting TGT packs right now, because I need a lot more of those golden cards. Twice as many commons, a lot more rares, about the same epics. Seems like epics are actually pretty hard to come by. And you can also notice that I have a lot of dust. Yes, guys, I have been saving a ton of dust in the game, and the reason I do this is because I have been, like, when I first started doing this strategy, cards were getting nerfed left and right. They had, like, Eaglehorn Bow nerfed, like, right after I started collecting cards and not disenchanting them on the spot, because my idea was that, I would just only disenchant them when I have all the cards, or when things get nerfed. Because when things get nerfed, like when Eaglehorn Bow got nerfed, if you disenchanted the card, you got the full value as if you actually crafted it. You got like 800 dust for disenchanting it rather than, I think, 100. So, a lot better to save up your stuff and disenchant it when you get the extra little boost. And I've been basically putting up that strategy. I don't want to craft anything. The only cards I have crafted are some legendaries, because when a new set comes out, I want every single card. So what I do is I open a bunch of packs, and the cards I don't get, I craft them golden, and basically always the only cards that I don't get are the legendaries of the set, because they are pretty rare, though now we know there's a few additional mechanics that might be at play. But the idea was to save all the cards so that, at a later time in Arena or just through a pack or wherever, let's say I crafted like, Golden Dr. Boom or something, and then I just get one from a pack. Well, that sucks, because if I get one from a pack, that's as if I just got 4,000 dust. So the idea is to accumulate all these cards, wait until I have all of them. That's why I have that spreadsheet there. And, if some of them get nerfed along the way, which they haven't in like a year, come on, Blizzard, there's got to be some overpowered cards around here. I mean, I know of at least one, or maybe a few more too. But yeah, I'm hoping they nerf some cards, and I might have to buy a few more packs because it seems I'm progressively falling behind. Yeah, 250,000 dust left to go. Now, that doesn't mean I'll hit the button when I have like 500k dust. It'll probably hit the button when I have like 400-ish K dust, because as I accumulate dust, I'm also revealing cards because of my progress is made through doing arena most of the time. And, getting those packs, I also get cards that I don't have, which reduces the ceiling that I need. So that's been my strategy. But most people don't really operate on that. Most people just operate on, I need this card, I need that card. And it's important to realize that if you're expecting to get specific cards, as you've seen from what I've talked about from my spreadsheets, it's pretty damn hard to get the legendary you want. But it's pretty important that if you are like on a tight budget in terms of gold or actual money that you put into Hearthstone, that you get the most out of it. So hopefully today you have a little bit of a better impression of how that works, and also, at least from my own results, that, well, it seems like epics are also pretty damn rare. So you might have to craft quite a few of those as well, but there are a lot of options out there, and at the end of the day, my recommendation for the way that you should be playing Hearthstone is the one that you get the most enjoyment out of. If you like playing Arena, play Arena. If you like playing a specific deck, just go make the deck. And I encourage you guys to try playing just free-to-play accounts, as when I do, often I have a lot more fun than just playing with all the cards, because being limited to a certain set just makes victories much more satisfying than they otherwise are. So all in all, I wish you guys good luck with your collections, and maybe you'll have a better hold on them with today's news, and hopefully I have presented that to you guys in a way you guys can fully understand. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.